we're going to be talking about the new Flagship event coming out, which I believe should be at least next week, if I'm not mistaken. Now, of course, I can't really confirm that to be true. I believe so, but I believe it's somewhat in the middle, between the middle of next week, and I think we're gonna like this event. Now, the only reason why it's probably going to be a good event is because it's part of the event campaign, and for most parts, I think that it's good for those who actually want to pick up their event prize and get their campaign awards. Now, I'm probably going to say that awards are pretty low, despite the fact that this event is kind of a copy and paste event I think it's from the other event in which, no. I think it's a copy and paste from the, one for two things. The event awards are copy and paste because they're based off two different types of, sets. So, of course, we're going to start with the, first award. That is the Dr. Beverly Crusher hologram. Now, of course, it has a trait. A lot has happened in the past 20 years, which reduces your cooldown and stuff like that. Now, Beverly Crusher, she's an Intel Bridge Officer, and the trait. A lot has happened in 20 years. Its trait reduces the recharge time of your Bridge Officer abilities each second after activating a beam or torpedo firing mode. It involves Torpedo Halyard 1 immediately after activating a shield or hull repair. So, I mean, it's not so bad of a trait to have, but in my case, it's not for me. Especially if I'm looking for some kind of torpedo spam build that I want to actually have and stuff like that. So, of course, we're going to move on to the next one. Which the next one is, I believe, it's the fleet flagship distress frequency. It's a passive device that summons the flagship of your faction when you activate fleet support. So I believe, I'm not on my ship. Okay. Anyway, so imagine I have this wheel here. I have, well, no, not this wheel. This wheel, and of course I have fleet support. Wow. Huh. That's why I suck. Oh, that's why I suck. Okay. That kind of makes a little bit more sense. Which does not make sense. Why I... Okay, anywho. Anyways, probably because of the new ship I have. Anywho. So, I believe with the flagship frequency, it's a copy and paste for It's Another Enterprise. And I think you get that off the fleet, or not the fleet, I believe you get that off the Titan Science Destroyer, if I'm not wrong. Because if I check the low-buy store, it doesn't have one. But, actually, we can go and we can check and see, pretty much. Because, yeah, I think you get it off the Titan Science Destroyer. Oops. Well, it's activated now. Yay. But, as for the, as for the stuff, I believe, yeah, it's a copy and paste. I believe if you get it off the Titan Science Destroyer, I mean, I understand it's a $30 ship, and those who are pretty much broke as hell would pretty much understand that fact. That, yeah, I don't think they want to spend on a ship for a trait or a console and stuff like that. That wouldn't make any sense. But I mean, this is a free version of it. For those who'd never acquired the Titan Science Destroyer after watching the Lower Decks episode, No Small Parts, Part 2. Now, of course, that's pretty much a pretty good finale of Lower Decks, pretty much, if I'm not being so curious. But, yeah, it's not a bad, thing. Now, of course, how do you participate? Now, of course, you'll have to go through, well, you can pick each of the 4 TFOs, which is War Disconnected, Jupiter Icarus, Swarm, and Synthwave. Now, thank God we're getting Synthwave back, which is pretty awesome. But I feel like, I'm gonna buy out this award because, in a sense of a way, the stuff. I'm not gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna waste my time trying to trying to do all this and that. Point being, the fact that Board Disconnected and Jupiter Icarus and Swarm are pretty much going to be. I think they're going to be part of of course, they're part of the random queue system, and I haven't done random queues in about a week because, of course, I gotten bored of them, and I am so sorry, but of course, I've gotten bored of them, and you know, it hasn't really gotten me anywhere. I mean, I've already gotten the fleet officers, I've already gotten my duty officers, I've already gotten what I've already wanted. You know what I mean? But as for those who are for those who are grinding for rep, those who are grinding for other stuff will probably suffer doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Especially Jupiter Icarus, Board Disconnected, and Swarm. Now, Synthwave is an event TFO, which is probably a little bit more fun because you get to destroy a whole lot of swarm of ships that's just trying to fly around and try to tear your ship apart. Which, if you survive, that's the case. If not, then that's fine. But, in a sense of a way, the TFO is also bad because there are those who do not understand Borg Disconnected, or there are those who do not understand Jupiter Icarus, and there are those who pretty much AFK like me in Swarm because, well, for me, I AFK, but I stay in my lane. Pretty much, I let my drone ships do the work, so I have a reason. There are those who would just literally sit there and do nothing while everything else just crumbles right in front of them, and they expect other people to fix it, which sucks. And it's not fair for those who actually have to struggle to get at least a single point, versus those who just sit there and just watch everything burn. Now, of course, there is a positive side to this. At least you get a point. At least you get a point for participating. But other than that, that's just about it. You pretty much just go about your day. Now, I'm going to say this for those who actually are close to getting it. I recommend you just buy it out. Just straight up buy it out because in reality, it's pretty. I think it would make a lot of sense to just buy out the event, and if you want to get some extra dilithium, you can, and all the good stuff like that. But I believe that concludes for this video. I am sorry for yawning so much like it's nobody's business, because it's been quite a day, if you ask me. But yeah, I believe that is all for today. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification, because it's kind of the YouTube's thing. But I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.